What's up guys, I'm James and welcome back to the Great Gambino channel. Today we are going to take a look at the Timex Q. If you do end up enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe or click the like button as it really does help me out and motivates me to keep pushing this channel forward. Now this watch was sent over to me by Chris from the Watch Lounge, so I want to say thank you to him for allowing me to take a look at it here on the channel, and if you'd like to check out some of his reviews, I will have a link down below in the description. This is a watch that has become a somewhat controversial topic on YouTube. Many people consider this piece to be a hype watch, and there's probably some truth to that. In my own personal opinion, I actually really enjoy the look of this piece. I happen to love its commonly disliked bracelet, its uniquely angled case, and the feeling of nostalgia it brings out in me. The original version of this watch was created in 1979 and was part of what history remembers as the Quartz Crisis, a time where this new technology began to rival the sales of Swiss-made complex mechanical movements. Real quick, I'll give you the measurements. We have a width of 38 millimeters. Lug to lug is going to be 44 millimeters. If you want to change out the band, it's 18 millimeters, and we have a case thickness of 11.5 millimeters. There is no stamping or screw down feature on the crown, but the piece does offer 50 meters of water resistance. The aluminum bidirectional sliding Pepsi bezel has an eye-catching vivid red bottom half paired with a very dark navy blue top portion. On the side, we have a nice coined edge that has the added characteristic of a black center lip portion dividing the bezel from the case. In this shot, we can see the high-domed acrylic crystal that adds some cool distortion as I move it around. There is no AR coating on this piece, so you will get a little bit of glare, but it's not terrible. The dial is a very basic black-blue matte finish. We have the Timex Q logo just below the 12 o'clock and a day date featured at the 3 o'clock. The hour and minute hands look almost like blank versions of the Mercedes-style hands on a Submariner. In combination, we are given a basic red second hand that matches the bottom portion of the bezel. Inside the Q is powered by a Seiko Quartz PC33 movement. It should last about 3 years before needing to replace the battery, and this task will be easy due to the functional battery hatch on the steel case back. One of the areas that gets my attention is the extreme angled retro case design. The top slope portion of the case is brushed, and the sides are high polished with a beveled center. One of the reasons many people complain about this watch is that they do not like the woven steel band. The tiny little gaps capture arm hair, causing the watch to be painful throughout the day. As someone with quite a bit of arm hair, I can see this being a problem for me. However, from a stylistic perspective, the band is definitely one of the selling points for me personally. I absolutely love the way it looks. Toward the base, you have an easily adjustable clasp that latches and snaps together. But let's take a look at the Lume. A luminescent application has been added to the indices, hour, and minute hands. Unfortunately, nothing has been added to the second hand, but overall, it seems to be fairly bright. Here's a side-by-side shot next to an American quarter to give you a better representation of the scale. And here's a shot on my 6.75 inch wrist. With a width of 38 millimeters and a lug-to-lug measurement of 44 millimeters, this watch fits a wrist of my size perfectly. Although, because it is a vintage style watch, it could look great on a wrist size smaller or larger than my own. With that said, let's cut to the outdoor shot so I can show you that natural light reflection. Currently, this watch sells for around $200 to $300 at the time of making this video. And for me personally, that is a little bit more than I would be willing to spend for what I would be getting. With that said, this is overall a very fun piece, and I understand why other people would want to shell out the cash. Anyways, that is going to wrap up this review of the Timex Q, and if you have made it this far in the video, I want you to know how much I really do appreciate you sticking around until the end, so thank you for that, and I'll see you in the next one.